Well, hey everybody, and welcome to the Fiverr Talks YouTube channel. My name is Joel Young, and I'm extremely glad that you're here because this channel is all about helping you to become a better seller, a better entrepreneur, getting a life that you want through the work that you want, doing something that you're passionate about. That's what we're about here on Fiverr Talks, using the platform Fiverr to get that for you. If you don't know who I am on the platform, my name is DJ Young, and I'm a top-rated seller, an editor-selected super seller. I've been on there since 2003, offering everything from voiceover to spokesman gigs, now animations, all different kinds of services I've offered over the years, too many to even name. At one point, I was a jingle writer, just trying to hustle, trying to make it work. And it's landed me in a great spot to now be able to share what I've learned about the platform and selling on the platform with you great folks. And today, we're going to talk about getting started on Fiverr. The number one question I get all the time is, how do I make my first sale? It's a really good question. And we've been kind of knocking out these big questions. You know, look back at the videos. We've talked about how to rank in search engine results. We've talked about who Fiverr is kind of bent towards, who it's meant for, and who works best on the platform, what kind of services. And today we're going to get really practical in how to make that first sale. Because for a lot of people, they put a gig offering up, they shoot a video maybe, they put up a gig page, maybe a couple different gig pages, and they don't get any response. They're not getting any traffic to their site. So it's a question constantly. How do we get that first sale? It seems like hard to break into. And for me, it's a combination of a lot of different things. For instance, when I started, I got my first sale within, I think it was in a day or two. It just happened. The platform was much smaller back then. There was less competition. And I believe that I was able to do things to help me stand out on that platform. And today I want to talk about those things that I've seen and how they've evolved over time to help you get that very first sale on the platform. And the very first thing that you have to do to get a sale on Fiverr is, drum roll please, have a marketable skill. That's number one. A lot of people come to Fiverr with a desire to make money on the side, maybe join in on what's happening on this platform, selling to people all over the world, but what they lack is a marketable skill. You have to have something to offer the marketplace that people would be willing to pay for before you can actually get people to pay for it. So for many, that's a hard truth to learn. They think that there's some kind of gimmick or something about Fiverr that, oh, everybody can sell this on Fiverr. I would not say everybody can sell something on the platform because not everybody has a marketable skill that fits into the mold of the platform. But if you have a marketable skill, which could be a creative service, which could be some kind of offering, if you're a graphic designer, a video editor, a creative writer, something in visual arts, something in digital arts, whatever it is, if you have a marketable skill that people will pay for and that meets a need out there, you can sell on Fiverr. But that is the prerequisite to everything we're going to talk about today. So it starts with having a marketable skill. And I just felt like I have to say that up front because far too many people come just creating gig pages from things that they've seen online that, hey, other people are successful with this. Maybe I will be too. Well, if you don't have a skill at that particular thing or you've never done that before, you probably have very little chance of selling that on Fiverr or anywhere else out in the world. Fiverr's not a bubble. Fiverr's not different than the real world. It is the real world, the free and open market, and you have to have a marketable skill to succeed there. So absolutely start there. Then, once you've established that you have a marketable skill, I would suggest that you do a little research on what other people in your exact category are selling their services for. Find a good price point for yourself and then underprice yourself by about 20 to 25%. Meaning that if you look around and most people are selling what you're offering for, maybe it's a $100 creative service, underprice yourself just a little by 20 to 25%. Maybe make that $100 service a $75 or an $80 service. And what that does is it puts you in a category that allows people to first and foremost identify you as an affordable purchase. Because one thing that we see over and over and over on Fiverr, unfortunately, is that a lot of buyers are looking for an inexpensive product. Now, I believe there are also a lot of buyers on Fiverr that are looking for a great product and are willing to pay up for it. We'll talk about that in future videos. But if you underprice yourself to your competition, your direct competition, just by a little, by that 20 or 25% to start, not forever. I don't think anybody should build a business on being the cheapest around. But I do think there's an advantage when you're getting started to being a little under everybody else so that you're a better option for those who specifically come to the platform looking for a less expensive offering, because those buyers do exist and they exist in plenty. So I would suggest underpricing yourself by 20 or 25%. Do not go and offer your services for free. A lot of people do that. I get messages every single week, people saying, I'm just trying to get started. I'll do something for you for free. And you know what that looks like? It looks like desperation. Don't do that. Don't go around offering your services for free, because what you do there is devalue your time, devalue your work, and really devalue everybody else on the platform. It makes you look bad, it makes everybody look bad, and it doesn't gain you customers. It gains you some attention from people who'd like to take advantage of you temporarily. It's just not a good situation for you or for anyone else. It will not help you build a business, and it will not help you build a following on Fiverr by offering to do free work. Now, there's a whole other subject out there about creatives doing free work to get started. I've done plenty of that, but in special circumstances for people that I know will help to promote my brand when I'm done, but I don't think Fiverr's the place to do that. Fiverr doesn't react well to free work. Like I said, it just causes people to try to take advantage of you and doesn't necessarily help you get started on something. But I would underprice yourself just a little so you have a pricing advantage for people that come looking specifically for that. The next thing I would do is make sure that your marketing materials are absolutely top-notch. And if you watch this channel, you're going to hear me talk about this a lot because it's probably the most important and influential part about being a seller on Fiverr, that your marketing materials, which include your gig video, your gig thumbnail, and your gig description, are absolutely top-notch. You need to write those well, think about them. You need to get on camera, you yourself. Don't pay somebody to do that because you're not only not allowed to do that, it makes you look silly. Get on camera just like this, talk to people. I shot my very first video on a cell phone, had no idea what I was doing. And I'll just say this, Fiverr is a platform that is set up around that gig video. Very few people are actually reading the gig descriptions, unfortunately. Though they're important and they help you rank, people often don't read the details, which leads to a lot of frustration. But that gig video is a huge part of what you do. So you personally, on camera, introducing yourself and your services in under 60 seconds is the main way you get business. And if you're not seeing sales come your way, if buyers are passing over your gig, it's probably because your gig video isn't good enough, it's not compelling enough, or you're not good enough on camera. Now, to my advantage, I was always good on camera. If you're not good on camera, that means that you need to spend a little time before you shoot that thing, educating yourself, getting better, figuring out how you can shoot the best possible video to be authentic and genuine, to offer yourself and your services to the world, because Fiverr leans heavily on that gig video. And if you're not getting sales, it might be because your gig video is not compelling enough or not good enough to draw people in, to give them trust and really show them that you're the person that they should purchase from. And don't worry, in future videos, we're going to talk about how to make that gig video the best it can possibly be. Just know that that is really what Fiverr is built on, and you have to be good at that to make a sale on Fiverr, period. Beyond that, your gig thumbnail also needs to be really attractive. You need to choose the right scene from your video after you upload. Just hit the edit button in your dashboard. You can choose a scene because that's what everybody sees before they hit play. There's even a place to upload a gig image, which is sometimes your thumbnail when the video thumbnail is not available. I honestly don't know where that appears. Maybe it's on the mobile devices, maybe it's in some situations, but that picture sometimes does appear, and I often try to make those two things exactly the same. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure all your marketing materials, your gig description, we won't even go into that today because there are other videos where I talk specifically about those things, but those have a huge influence on whether or not you'll make your first sale. The next thing we should talk about that'll help you make your first sale is showing your past work. Now, this is tricky on Fiverr because they have something called the live portfolio, which literally displays the work that you've delivered to clients after they leave you a review. Clients have a choice to either allow that work to be shown in your portfolio or not. And if they choose to leave you a review and choose, yes, you can display that in your live portfolio, then it will go up on your gig page and appear in a role underneath your gig video. So people can scroll through and see, here's exactly what they've delivered to other clients. But when you're getting started, you don't have anything in your live portfolio. So I find that it's always good to, both in your gig video, which you can reshoot often, and you should watch some of the past videos about SEO, you definitely should, and in your gig description, say, hey, say it up front, I'm new to this. I'm new to Fiverr, but hey, I am not a newbie. Meaning I've done this before. I've got a marketable skill. I'm good at what I do. And here's proof. Here's a link to previous work. They will allow you to throw a YouTube link up there. I used to do that and sometimes still do. Here's a link to a greater portfolio than just what you're going to see here on the live portfolio. Here's the rest of my work that you won't see here. Here's stuff I've done for other clients. Maybe even just maybe you should put in your description, get a past client that you worked with to give you a review that you can put in your gig description. Hey, here's this guy from this company. You know, Adam from True Way Design. He said this copy I wrote for him was amazing and it changed his business. Helping people see that you've done past work, that people have loved it, and that it's quality work will help them buy from you. And so if you're new, you have to find creative ways to do that. Post other links so that people can see that. Post reviews in your gig description, and make sure you just talk about the fact that, hey, I'm new here to Fiverr, but I'm not completely new to this. And then once you get some reviews under your belt there on Fiverr, you can reshoot that video, take that out. But it's important when you're trying to get that first sale. The next thing that you need to make sure that you're doing absolutely all the time is watching your account like a hawk. Sometimes on Fiverr, the name of the game is respond fastest. Be the first one to get back to somebody. Download the mobile app, be on that thing 100 times a day. Just click refresh, pull it down. Has anybody sent me a message? Has anybody inquired about my services? If someone sends you a message, that means they've been looking for what you offer and they were interested enough in you as a seller to click the contact me button. So you better respond quickly and favorably. Remember, you're offering yourself at a little bit of a discount. Tell them why you would be the best person for this job. Hey, I know I don't have a lot of reviews on Fiverr, but I've done great work. Here's some more. Have you seen it? Do you want to see it? Let's get started. Can I help you? Ask for that sale. Get them going. Respond to those messages super quickly. Be on it. And you're not always going to have to be glued to your phone, but when you're getting started, those seconds, those minutes, those hours, they count. Response times matter. And this is another thing. You should be listening to what people are saying. You know, if someone sends you a message and says, hey, I would love to use you, but you're actually more expensive than this guy over here. That happens all the time. Buyers try to play you on other buyers. But when you're just getting started out, say, okay, I'll match that price. Get started in such a way that would help you to actually be competitive in the marketplace. And if people are saying that, you know, I'd love to use you, but here's the reason I can't, or here's the reason I'm not going to this time, listen to those people and make adjustments to your services accordingly. It will have a huge impact on getting that first sale and getting those first few sales under your belt. If you're listening to what people are doing, you're pivoting just slightly, maybe adjusting yourself just enough to make it more palatable to the buyers. And that leads to the last thing, which is constantly be tweaking and updating your titles and gig descriptions. Everything that you do, make sure that you're constantly optimizing it so that it gets better every day, that someone who couldn't find you yesterday can find you today, and it'll make all the difference in the world when you're trying to make that first sale. All right, so thanks for watching this video, guys. I'm really glad you're here on the channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. There's new videos every week where we talk about things just like this: how to be better as a seller on Fiverr, how to grow your business into something that you're really proud of and that'll support you in your lifestyle as you want to go out there and work the way you want to work. I'm glad you've joined us today, and I hope you join us tomorrow. Until then, keep creating and keep doing, because the future favors the doers.